Hi, how you all doing? I'm back. I am at WVON with our chat that is in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. And eavesdrop a little bit while I'm talking to Chicagoland. Let me know if you can hear me. Uh, since I'm wearing these headphones, I can't hear anything except what's going on in there. So let me know. Good to see you. Happy Monday. And let's find out what to do with these relationships, no matter what your status, on Valentine's Day. What kind of gift do you want for Valentine's Day? Let's find out. Come on in. Come on in. I'm just waiting right now for my time to actually go on the air. So if I stop talking abruptly, that's why. Meanwhile, let me know if you can hear me. Somebody type it in. Just let me know if you can hear me. Hi, Eva. Oh my gosh, it is so good to see you here. Hi. From all the way over there. Let's see. What kind of Valentine? Let's talk about Valentine's Day. People, let me know what you would like for Valentine's Day and why. Eve, oh my goodness, like you didn't have anything else to do. Hi, thank you so much for coming in. We're just gonna have some fun. We not doing anything serious. We're gonna have some fun talking about Valentine's Day and all the different kinds of relationship statuses. Like, I'm single sorta. Hi, I'm single sorta. Or I'm trying not to be so single, but the one I'm with is working on my nerves. Or I'm married most of the time. Well, that kind of stuff. The oh no, I'm not going to the Maury show. Kind of like, what reality TV show am I rehearsing for? Those kinds of relationship statuses. So if you have a relationship status that you want to talk about, or if you have a gift for Valentine's Day, your worst Valentine's Day gift, you want to talk about that, put that in there too. And I will bring you in. Hi, Greg. It's good to see you. I won't be able to go back and forth all the time, so I'm glad you all are coming in before we actually go live on the air. It's good to see you, Greg. Thank you for the flowers. So, if there's something special you want me to talk about, let me know. I might be able to fit it in. So, I will definitely try.
Here we go.
But it's countdown time. So just hang around and eavesdrop for a little while, and I'll be back with you as soon as I can. How you doing, Mike? Thank you for coming. Listen, hang out and listen with me. And you can tune us in on iHeartRadio, by the way. WVON AM Chicago, the Chat Daddy Show. So if you want to call in and talk to us personally, do that. It'd be great to have you on the air. Hi, Chris. So glad to see you, especially from all the way over there, like you don't have enough to do today. Sorry, I'm a little musical. Yes. Oh, I appreciate that heart. Thank you. Thanks for the love. Can never have too much love.
37 after the hour, right here on the Talk of Chicago. 1690 AM WVON. You're listening to Real Talk, Real People. I'm your host, Chat Daddy, and boy, what a show we've had so far, but we're not done. We have one last guest with us this evening who's no stranger to Real Talk, Real People. She's been here with us many times before, and with Valentine's Day being just a few weeks away, we thought we would talk about various situations and scenarios that, some of y'all got to give somebody a Valentine's gift, and you may, not know what to do. And so our good friend Adele, who's a premier relationship passionator, she is responsible for Get Back to Passion Institute, which she teaches people how to get back in love with each other no matter what the situation, whether you're a couple, whether you boo things, or whether you might be that who this at 11:30 on a Saturday night when you get that text message and that person come over and y'all do what you do because you're grown. But we're going to talk about all of those wonderful situations this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome back to Real Talk, Real People, the most adorable passionator that we know, not that we know many, the one and only Miss Adele. How are you?
Hi, Ari. Thank you so much for having me back. This is my first time seeing you all year. It's so good to be back here.
Yes.
You are a family for me.
Oh, we love you. Plus, it's only 30 days into the new year.
I know, right? We're off to a good start.
Right. Consider yourself fortunate to be in the first 30-day guest list. Kind of like, that's the honor.
I feel special.
Yes, we love you. We do. So please tell us what a passionator is. Now, I know what a fascinator is. Because I got one for the Kentucky Derby and all that. But now, what is a passionator?
You know what? That was a name that one of my readers gave me.
One of your who?
One of my readers gave me that name.
One of your readers gave me. I'm like, girl, you got a stable of readers.
That's
too?
another
Oh,
show. That's another show.
Okay.
That's another show. But my reader gave me that name, and it stuck. Other people saw it, they just started calling me that because it was just a play on the whole Terminator thing and the I'll be back and everything that sounded cool had an "ater" at the end of it. And since passion was what I talked about, somebody gave me that tag and it stuck. So I've been using it, and people like it.
I love it too. I do, and I notice. I follow you on social media, and I follow your work. You really do talk about passion every night. We're not talking about anything nasty, dirty. We're talking about just loving, getting back to love and loving each other.
Yes.
And so, what inspired you to be so, passion driven?
Deprivation mostly. Can we talk? Can we keep this all the way real? Is this thing on?
Absolutely.
Is this thing on? But most of my life, just being in an atmosphere where inside me I knew it was possible to do, but I wasn't seeing it being done, and I got obsessed with the idea that there's a way to make this work because we really are built for it.
Yes, we are. Mr. Prince said it as well too. A lot of
we
people,
are
I believe
built
that. We are. We're
for
supposed
it.
to be in love. We're supposed to have great sex in our lives, and we are. Sex does so many things for you. It's not even funny.
And it wasn't our idea, clearly, because we didn't ask for any of this equipment, yet it's here and it does what it does.
Yes.
And it's programmed to respond in specific ways to specific things.
Okay.
And because of that, I knew it could be done. I just wasn't seeing it happen.
Okay.
So that's what drove me into the whole area of human behavior and what motivates people to behave the way they do.
All right.
And that's the disconnect that most people have because they grow out of knowing who they are and they start identifying themselves in relationship to other people, to their mother, to their father, to their children, all of that. It's like I know myself as somebody's mother, I know myself as somebody's employee, I know myself as, but when I'm in the room in the dark by myself, then I get confused about how I'm supposed to feel or what I'm supposed to be, and that's a problem that shows up in your bed.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
More so than anywhere else in your life. All of your insecurities, anything that is hurting or painful or empty will rush to the surface in that moment because it's the most vulnerable engagement that we have with anybody.
Wow, interesting. Now, we have a couple of scenarios with Valentine's coming soon. You created a couple of scenarios to help people to kind of get around their situation. These are some weird situations. So the first situation is happily married in public, avoiding each other in private. And we know that. We know a lot of people happily married in public, but in private, don't touch me. I ain't trying to have no sex with you. Get away from me. I sleep on the couch. You sleep in the bed. How do we get them back together for Valentine's?
That one actually came from a client of mine. And
I'm sure that actually came from my cousin. No, I'm just yeah, okay, right.
But he literally said that to me, that he had told his wife that on one night after. There was nothing really strange going on with them, but he just made the comment that if anybody had an overhead camera watching us in bed, they would think we didn't even know each other.
Really? Why is that?
They were literally sleeping at opposite ends of a king-size bed, and they were and had been married for over 10 years.
So what happened, and how can they get back to loving and being with each other?
You know what? It's really not that difficult, Art, but people will make it hard. Classic example. One of the things that I like to do most with people is to get a couple facing each other, just holding each other's hands, facing each other, looking each other in their eyes, 1 minute.
Just 1 minute of looking at each other and not squinting, not looking mad and upset, grimacing, but looking at each other just in a loving way. Okay. Right.
You would be surprised.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The pushback that I get for that simple exercise. They look away, they start blinking, they look down, they start looking around. They can't maintain the focus for 60 seconds.
Really? So that means it leaves very little room for conversation or trying to develop a decent conversation with each other.
If you can't even see me, how can we be intimate?
Wow,
how can I show you who I am if you can't even see me?
That is very
Once you've blinded yourself to who I am, there's no room for any exchange.
Okay.
The simple exercise is the symbolism of it.
So for that couple, they need to start looking at each other eye to eye.
Eye to eye.
And start developing better communication skills with each other.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's what y'all work on for Valentine's Day. If you happily married in public, but avoiding each other in private, you need to start reconnecting, look at each other.
Just get close to each other.
Okay, all right. Let's go on to our next relationship. Sexless with each other, but sexting other people. So in a relationship, sexless with who you in a relationship with, but you ain't got no problem with sending your hoo-ha or yah to somebody in a text message.
We've seen it.
Okay, so how do we help that kind of relationship? Because I know a lot of people, I didn't know when our guest came on one night and said she gets so many naked pictures every day. I said, now what is that all about? But so you and your mate are sexless, but y'all sexting other people. So how do we help that?
That one's actually pretty simple. They really should just start sexting each other.
Okay. So couples,
just start sexting each other. Start sending each other pictures of what you would like to do together. Or something that reminds you of what you did together that was really meaningful to you.
Yeah, but what if them breasts hanging a little too low now? What if Mr. P now?
Well, those pictures.
Most people cheat though, right?
No, it's really not.
Oh.
Most people cheat out of curiosity. Let's just keep it all the way real. Because I know there's a real popular way of looking at that. Is, well, if they're getting what they want at home, then they won't go out in the street. Yeah, they will. And the research backs that up.
Okay.
Even among men who usually get hung with that label all the time. Well, if he gets what he wants at home, he won't cheat. No. Here's how that really works. People who want to cheat will, and those who don't won't. Okay. And it really doesn't matter what's going on in the house, because I've talked to men who have had hell in their homes and just simply refused to cheat.
Okay.
I've talked to other men who were having sex daily that they characterized as good sex.
Okay.
Who cheated anyway.
Really? Okay.
It really is a choice. It really is a choice, Art. It's really a choice.
I have an expert coming on Wednesday night that's going to talk about that certain people cheat no matter what because of who they are and what they do. And so that's our guest Wednesday night. But that's interesting. So, so start sexting each other. If you're a couple in a relationship, start sending. Now, should you be married sexting each other, or can a
absolutely?
My whole point, but no, if you're single and kind of been hanging out a while, should you should sexting each other, sending them pictures? Because I'm so scared.
Well, it depends. It depends on how tight the relationship is. I wouldn't be randomly sexting somebody that I just started dating.
Yeah, because honey, that's blackmail.
Hey, you don't want that.
No goody pieces.
You don't want that.
Right.
But married people, They should be they should be the first ones doing it.
Okay, all right. Okay.
The first ones and having the most fun at it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you're gonna have a bunch of folks in it.
I'm just, but to see, that's the other thing is it doesn't have to be that.
Okay.
It could be a scene of something that you would like to do,
picture.
somewhere you'd like to go,
Okay.
something you saw that you're curious about. Maybe
Right.
it's something you haven't tried yet, but
Gotcha.
you'd like to try it.
Okay.
You know, it's something like that, but it's romantic, it's affectionate, it's something that brings you back together as a couple.
Gotcha.
Something like that.
Well, for those of you all with them bunions, Bob, send your man a beautiful picture of that bunion.
Put it in a frame.
Right, put it in a frame. All right, so now let's talk about, before we have to run the break, people that's trying to climb out of the friend zone.
Well,
so they've been around each other.
Yes.
They think they might be attracted to each other. Here we are. Valentine's Day is coming up. What do we help them with?
That's where you do something sweet. You do something sweet and simple and slow. Because
that almost sound like something in the crock pot. what would that be?
that too. You go out together someplace that you normally go out to.
Okay.
And you start a conversation like you normally would. And then you throw out this question. I wonder what it would be like to date you.
Now, see, that's something a woman probably would say more than a man. You know what
You
I'm saying?
think?
Oh, absolutely. Maybe guys would say that. Joseph, do you still say that? When you go out with a woman, y'all kind of in the friend zone, and are you the one that say, I kind of want to date you, or how does that work? It's been a long time for me. Oh, okay. Oh, you haven't. So anybody you met separately, it was for dating, and not like y'all were friends first, and then you started dating. Okay.
Some of them say friend zone, nothing is happening.
Gotcha.
And I ran into one or two that say friend zone me, oh, we're going to work to get something to happen.
Okay.
I'm used to the nothing happening in the friend zone, but I just leave it alone. In the friend zone, hey, we're just friends.
But see, women make that decision. Women, any man that meets a woman automatically think, if we met, we having a great conversation, we like each other, then this good. But women put that friend zone thing up there. Oh, yeah. And okay, all right, that makes sense. So listen, when we come back from break, we're going to continue our conversation with our good friend Adele. We're talking about how to get yourself ready for Valentine's, which is February 14th. It's not only Black History Month, but it's a day of love on the 14th. And we're just trying to sum up your situation and how you can just get back to love. That's what we do around here. You're listening to the Monday night edition of Real Talk, Real People. We'll be right back.
The talk of Chicago is 16.
It's break time, y'all. Hi. I'm back. Oh, thank you, Tommy. Thank you so much. Gary, hi. It's good to see you here, too. I like this stuff. So, tell me, is there anything about Valentine's Day and getting ready for Valentine's Day that maybe the candy shop and flower shop hasn't figured out for you? Maybe you have a situation that's just not quite as cut and dry as a Hallmark card, and you're still trying to figure out what to do for Valentine's Day. Let me know. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. But listen, once we come back from the break, we have some more relationship situations to talk about. Because some of you have made some situations. Yeah, you have. And you're still trying to figure it out. Like all you side pieces, male and female. You all have a lot to do. We're going to talk about you guys next. Valentine's Day is always most interesting for you all. So, yeah. If you know what, tag them. Don't tag them. I'm playing. Don't tag them. But you can let them know. And tell them they need to come on in and just be anonymous and act all nice and friendly like y'all are. Hi, G. Luther. Oh, my goodness. How you doing, boo? All the way over there on the East Coast. Show us some love. Thank you. Listen, I know you got a wild Valentine's Day play. No, never mind. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Sandra, oh my goodness. How do you make sure you're not creating a fake hookup for Valentine's Day?
Oh, that's another interesting.
Mmm, a fake hookup. Tell me a little bit more about that. Is this a first date Valentine's Day? Is this a brand new relationship? Is it something you did on Tinder? Is it one of those? Is it from a dating app and you're still trying to get to know somebody? How you doing, Luther? It's good to see you. Majud, oh my gosh. I'm about to come back from the break, so hang on. Next up, side piece Valentine's Day.
53 after the hour, right here on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM WVON. You're listening to Real Talk, Real People, and by this old clock on the wall is telling me I'm getting very near to the end of yet another great show. And I wanted to take just a few moments to thank all of the great people who helped me to put this show together each and every night. Our technical engineer, the one and only Mr. Joseph Luckett. Thank you so very much, sir. My news anchor and the love of my life, the one and only Miss Robin Lewis. Thank you. To our photographer and sports enthusiast, Mr. Mallory Saunier, better known as Uncle Mal. To the one and only Miss Edgeria Brown, who handles things when I'm on the air here at VON, making sure our guests arrive safely. And to the entire WVON staff and family, I just want to thank you guys so very much for allowing me to be here each and every night. And to you, my listening audience, the most incredible listening audience on earth. Don't let Donald Trump tell you anything else. I love you guys so much because you love, accept, and appreciate me, and I do the same back for you. Right now, we have in studio with us the one and only Miss Eden Adele, and she's a passionator. Is that on your tax return?
Well, Uncle Sam doesn't have a category for that one just yet, but I'm working on it.
That's okay.
I'm working on it. I got a couple of connections.
So listen, real quick before we have to run out, we did not include the side piece. Or how does side piece get they come up for Valentine? Not that but it happens. Everybody been a side piece. You know what I'm saying?
One way or another.
So how do side pieces get their come up?
Well, they have to be managed. They have to be kind of worked around. The way most people do it is they do a substitute Valentine's Day on the 13th. Or the 15th.
Oh.
And they come up with an emergency for the 14th.
Oh.
Something that just puts them totally out of pocket so that they're not expected to do anything remotely close to be romantic or attentive on the 14th. That way they can be free to be with the main piece.
Okay.
Be it male or female.
Well, right.
And,
look, we don't discriminate on this show.
That's right.
Whatever curls your toes.
It happens. It happens either way every day.
Wow. So usually for the side piece, their day is going to be the 13th or the 15th.
The 13th or the 15th.
Well, the 15th, all I know is you can get all that stuff 50% off. And it makes them really good, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I kind of see everybody on the 15th, 16th, 17th.
Listen, that's what a lot of Christmas regifting goes on, too.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right,
yes,
so
that happens a lot.
If you think you're going to get February 14th, you better go and sit down.
I was like, find something else to do. Just find something else to do. So, and some of them prefer it that way. They really do. Some of them prefer it exactly that way. Okay. And that's why they're in that position in the first place.
Okay, side piece.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure we'll get some.
Yes.
All right.
They prefer it.
All right. Well, Eden, is there anything else you want to say to these people about preparing for Valentine's Day?
Just enjoy it. It's a day on a calendar. It's another chance to show love. Take it. Whatever chance you get to show love, take it. Don't wait for the calendar to tell you to do that, okay? Please don't.
Especially for couples. You know what I'm saying?
Especially for couples.
Yeah, you need to be loving every day.
Every day.
You've been in a relationship, in a marriage forever, and y'all don't like each other. Move on. Do something
Stop
different.
kissing each other. Stop. Don't start me. You gotta go.
No, go tell them. Tell them what they need to know.
Seriously, kissing is huge.
Yes, it is. Right.
It's
Who wants to
huge.
be with somebody who does not want to kiss? Right.
And I promise you, I have talked to these people that have been married for years who, good morning, good night, if that.
Right. Some don't even do
if that.
Wow.
Most of them are going to bed at different times, entirely different times. Some of them in different zip codes, but that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
They're putting so much effort into finding ways not to be together
Okay.
and
All
still
right.
call themselves married.
Wow. You have a great event coming up, as well as how can people follow you?
I do. I have an event called A Love Affair on February 18th. It's from 7 to 10 p.m. here in Chicago.
So side pieces, there you go, after the
And
celebration.
it's for singles and couples, so you can come by and do your dessert and your delicious libations with me. Um, all the information is on my Facebook page at Eden Adele or Get Back to Passion, all one word. Find me on Facebook. That's where all of my goody details are. And I hope to see you there because it's going to be a fun night.
Please, darling.
EDENADELE.
Yes, Eden Adele, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Big round of applause. We just love her. Thank you so very much, my dear.
Thank you so much for having me back.
Oh.
This is going to be a great year for both of us.
It is. It's going to be a year all about love.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
All right, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, we've come to yet the end of another great show. Please keep your arms and legs inside the ride until it has come to a complete stop. At the 9 o'clock hour, our good friend Mr. Mark Wallace will be on. You know, he's the red light cameraman, and I'm sure he has a great show planned for your listening pleasure. I'll be back tomorrow night with Ladies Night here at Real Talk Real People.
All
with
right.
the one and only Dee Bannister. From
Well,
the
okay.
Edge of Night. You know it's gonna be
Okay.
an old school party. I love
Right.
you all. Talk to you tomorrow night and one.
Well, everybody, that's it for me. I've got to. Whew, headphones are not kind. But anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll be back again later on for some more goodies. And right now, I got to go do some promo stuff. But I'll be back. Thanks for coming. I appreciated you being here. Good night.
Obama administration holdover has